So I had a closed eye vision. As I recall, it was not a dream. This was over a year ago. And I don't think it was an Inception play or something that was programmed into me long, long ago with this CIA technology. I was talking to a guy. He was a multi-generational spook, and he had gone a little crazy, I guess, and he knew that. Yeah, they had him participating in operations at a very early age, and it was pretty typical stuff. They were preparing him for a nuclear war, and yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. Um, but anyway, yeah, he was telling me a bit about some of these technologies, and yeah, I remember some stuff, but I think it was just like a, what is it called? Rear projection screen simulation. It's like virtual reality essentially, but it's like a low tech version of virtual reality. They wanted me to come up with some different technologies for different tactical situations and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know about this projection, the origin of it, the purpose of it. Maybe it's just a standard frequency set that they run by, people like me, or maybe it was concocted specifically for me. I'm not sure. Who knows? Could be a true vision, I was told that I can't have that anymore. My handler told me I couldn't have that. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe I withheld part of my mind. But at any rate, so I was in this vision. I was in the neighborhood I grew up in the South Hills of Eugene. There I am on, what's it called? Agate, where it plateaus out a little bit. Oh, it's hilly, not a plateau. You go up Agate on your way to Spring Boulevard. I was in a car. I was going down Agate. And on the radio, they were just playing this incredible music that must reconstruct your DNA, and it was just like this climbing thorny plant, and it was really had kind of almost a Middle Eastern and a Asian influence, and it was just full of different rhythms and melodies. It was incredible. That's the kind of music I would like to listen to. So I was looking out the window, seeing these ziggurats, all these tiers, like a broader tier than a narrower tier, stacked up like this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, you got multiple families living in that thing. They had different tiers, and I guess they connect up, and then you got central. You got the what's it called? The oven. So you can cook. The heat rises up, and you can cook multiple things at all the different levels, and it radiates out in all directions, and that's part of the design. And they have rainwater catchment, and they got a garden on the top, and maybe chickens and goats and who knows. But on the outside, they have these attached. They have these electromagnetic radiation shields, and they look thick enough to stop bullets. And the people on the street, I noticed, they give me dirty looks. I noticed that their clothes were quite strange, and they had shielding too. They had like gold and silver and copper, like cloth, real fine mesh cloth in those metals. This man, he had a gold hood. It looked gold. And kept that over his, he had that over his, there was some, yeah, he had that over his, it gave him this sort of Middle Eastern appearance. I don't know, there's, in the pockets on, these long pockets going down his chest. Another one like this. Like the segments of a insect or something. Caterpillar. He gave me a dirty look as we coasted down. So it's nothing but these big ziggurats, multi-storied, like 5 or 6 stories. Maybe it was 7 stories. And I see there's a side of construction. There's a lot. They're laying the foundation. We pull up there, and we get out, and it's I notice it's me and this other guy. I don't know this individual. Never seen him before. He seems like somebody I might collaborate with or something. It was an overcast sky, as I recall. And they take us down. There's this bridge structure. It's a support. It takes the place of a, what do you call it? Basically, they're gonna bury us alive. Looks like a bridge, but there's enough for 2 bodies, 2 people to sit down there. It's a cage, but it's a support cage. It provides foundational support. And they're basically saying, hey, this is punishment for you made us do all this. You made us, you know, because I helped to make people aware of, in some small little way, of electromagnetic manipulation, you know, for population management purposes, to program people to play little parts in this, in the little game, to manipulate people and to steer people into bad situations and that kind of thing. So people are hyper paranoid about it, and they don't want their children to be influenced like that, and they don't want themselves to be influenced like that, and they know it can lead to all this disastrous shit, So it's a big, not an overreaction, really. These are sensible precautions. And so they're going to let us. I'm thinking, well, we're going to die sometime during the night. It's going to get cold tonight. We're probably going to freeze to death in here. It may rain, and or we may stay alive a while as they build over the top of us. But I felt okay about it on the whole, And I thought about how I might put the other man out of his misery, and of course I first thought about escape, but there was just no way. And I'd been fasting, and I was just gonna maybe pray and all that. So yeah, it was kind of an interesting dream, but that may be what the future holds. I hope so. I hope so. All right, another.